there, Movie Besties. Welcome to this week's episode of So That's What Happens.
A podcast where we unpack the plot, the twist, and meaning of good movies while sharing our perspective in the process. And, of course, have a little fun.
We're your hosts,
Tanisha
and Bridget.
And today, you're in for one of our special episodes. Let's go.
Yay. These are my favorite. Normally, we dedicate the show to just one movie, but there's so many movies out there, and we can't get to them all.
Right.
So, we're just going to talk about one topic and multiple movies.
Yeah.
So, get into it.
And we have two friendly reminders, okay? Perspectives. These are ours, and we're just going to share them with y'all. We want y'all to engage, share y'all perspectives with us, you know?
And there's nothing like seeing the movie yourself. With that being said, let's unpack this. On today's special episode, we are talking about best friend films.
Best friends. That's my best friend.
These movies, we love them so much.
Yes.
These are the movies that depict the beauty of close friendships and relationships. And brotherhoods, too.
Yeah, right.
The highs, the lows, the honesty. Having a best friend is something that is very special.
Yes.
And I do not take my best friendships for granted.
Me either, girl. It's a blessing. It's a blessing that we're what, like 30 years friends?
Yeah.
30 plus? I don't know.
30 plus would make us a little older than we are,
oops.
but
not 30 plus. we're 25 plus years.
Yes, there you go. And we just love seeing people's friendships. So
yes, we do. Yes, the dynamics of it all. And it's so cool too, because y'all can kind of see ours too, and just our dynamic on the podcast.
You can listen to it.
Yes, yeah, that's what. Well, but soon y'all gonna be able to see. Shoot,
yeah.
We about to start doing some other stuff.
Or if you get on the TikTok, you can see us there too.
Yeah, of course.
So, what would you say is the most relatable part about best friend films?
Okay, I think the most relatable part is the yin and the yang, the growth and the journeys and how we share in them together. You know, how we come together and stuff, and how they be showing like, oh, girl, I got a problem. And your best friend comes through for you. Like,
yeah.
I like seeing the different individualities and how we all coexist with each other and how we complement each other. Like, I like seeing that played out on screen. So I think those are the most relatable parts to me.
Yeah, that's it right there. And the moments where you're friends, where you realize other people speak that special best friend language with somebody else.
Yeah.
Because saying okay, so other people do that with their best friends. We're not like we're normal, but it's like it's good to know that other people have something that's special, and seeing how theirs is.
And it's unique. Cool. Everyone's unique. I love it. And too, like when we get on each other nerve, the realness, like, you know what I'm saying?
The highs and the lows.
One of my favorite parts, I know we're going to talk about it, but just real quick, one of my favorite parts in Waiting to Exhale, when Bernadine came into the, what's her name, Bernadine?
Yeah.
She came into the salon. Yeah, Bernie, when she came into the salon with Gloria. Was her name Gloria? Yeah. And she was mad because she was cutting her hair. She's like, I just can't believe you could do this. Like, she was just so like, I just love that whole little little.
You got back and forth.
Yeah, like the realness. Like if you don't argue or just have some type of disagreement or just something where you have to talk through, then like, are you really friends? Like legit. Like that's real life. You know what I'm saying? Especially
it's not always easy and perfect.
Exactly.
I mean, it is with you.
Whatever. Y'all should see from away from the microphones how she be acting up. No, she don't.
It's all out of a very, very sick, twisted, possessive love for me.
Whatever.
She knows how I'm possessive. Can nobody else be your best friend?
I love it though. We have other best friends. We are, and that's
we're a trio.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but even our best friends have best friends. Do you feel like that? Do you have other best friend?
I do.
Okay,
but I'm only allowed to, and not you guys, because my love is still true to you.
Okay, ours is too. Mine is too.
But mine is truer. So don't leave me.
Oh my God, this is for real. How she be thinking too. Like
I'm
two people
kidding.
think. Right.
I approve, Marlena. I approve.
Oh yeah, she love my best friend.
Yes,
and she love you.
She better.
Okay, well, so who's your best friend?
My best friend is you and Tanisha.
Nah,
who is you are Tanisha.
It's the other Kim, ain't it?
Oh, I have multiple other best friends. If I said it out loud, then you'll just try to murder them.
Who?
Definitely Kim.
Okay.
She's actually my wife from
Don't
another
say her
life.
whole government. I'm gonna bleep that out.
Well, then how am I supposed to? There's more than one Kim that I'm best friends.
Just say Kim B.
Okay, well, that seems pretty governmental to me as well.
My God, no, it doesn't.
Girl, ain't nobody listening to our show.
I'm just kidding. They listening. I'm thinking about Kim, like if she want her.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. Plus, that's not her last name. Hey,
I know
she got married.
I was married now.
Yeah, and if I just see the thing about I can't.
You're so weird about it. You make it weird.
I know, but the thing is, I will hurt people's heart if I don't list them.
Oh,
is how I feel. It's like,
so you have a whole bunch of best friends.
No,
I feel like then it doesn't make it a best friend if you got a whole bunch of.
But you don't understand. I have like close friends.
Okay.
And I they're not in the best friend category, but I'm close with them.
Okay.
And they know who they are.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But then there's that little subcategory where it's like you're more than close friends and you're not the best friends yet. But it's also like you're very close.
Okay, I got you.
Wow.
I got some of those.
We just got into it.
I got some.
There's multiple women I love in my life.
Me too, girl. And I feel you. There's some of my friends that there's one in particular that every time, like, we don't talk every day or even every month or anything, but we always pick up where we left off. Yeah.
Yes. Shout out to those friends.
Yeah, like they know who they are.
Yeah. I love that.
Right.
To be honest, because there's no pressure of, oh no, if I'm not there.
Right.
And it's not like there's pressure of that with you. Right. But like, if I don't see you frequently.
Like, where is she?
Okay. It's going to be like,
Why are you calling me?
You ain't got no life outside of me just because you got a hubby.
She's crazy, y'all. Like, literally, like, I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm gonna be busy, and then I'm currently a wife, and she'll understand once she become a wife soon.
First of all, I am so happy that Dion gets you off of my shoulders. What you talking about? Like, shout out to you, Dion, because I need somebody to wrangle this thing in. Okay, I appreciate him. Can't be around you all the time.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, no, we love each other. That's why I was just talking.
And also, she loves me a lot too. So don't make it seem like I'm the only one who's over here stalking you.
Exactly. I am very protective around. Even my sister, she's my best friend too, Takoya. TK. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very like, I have my few circle of peoples, and I love my circle. I love my circle.
I trust everybody that I'm friends with.
Yeah. I love the love and support that surrounds us.
Okay. Aw, well, that was fun. Let's keep it pushing. So let's name the categories. So there are categories.
Okay, tell me what you mean. Yeah, because I'm confused.
When you have movies about best friends and there's a group of them, not just two, not just the yin and yang, but like a group of best friends, typically they have these movie tropes. Okay. And they kind of fall into these categories. Okay. Where, especially if I'm looking at best friend movies about women, you always have one that's a lot more girly than the rest. You always have one that's the tomboy of the group, the less traditional acting and wearing. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
That's what I mean. You have the one who kind of feels like the leader, and she's a lot more of. She's not always a writer like Carrie, but she's the one who's narrating it, and you know what I mean, like that friend.
Okay,
and then you just sometimes have that meeker, shy one, or that really crazy one.
Right. Yeah. So, okay, I see what you're saying. So, yeah, I guess the word categories. I was thinking of something else. But I see. So, you're saying the types.
Yeah. I kind of listed them myself. Yeah. Did I leave anybody out?
I don't think so. I mean, that's pretty. Oh, what about the ambitious business one that's like always like.
Yeah.
I feel like the career woman.
Yeah. Yeah. The one that's really best driven.
Friends. And
successful.
Yeah.
There's that one.
So what's in our group, who is who?
Man, you can't say it like that.
I feel like we're a mixture of a lot of those things.
You gotta say it to a show.
Okay,
so you gotta say
you're right.
If it was this show.
Okay.
You know how we always be doing that. Oh, I'm so and so. I'm like so and so. And you do it with everything, even with the Power Rangers. So which character am I?
You're right. All right. So I just felt like I'm a lot of, I don't know. That's something that's kind of like, I feel pretentious, like saying like, you know, like you feel like you're boasting.
You're not boasting. You're just telling it like it is.
I know, but I don't want to like, because then what if I like what I think I am, like my role in this friendship.
I want to know your perspective. That's all this is about, right?
Yeah, you're right. But then what if it's like not your perspective? You're gonna be like, girl, that is not what I thought you. Nope.
No, say it. Say it right now. Say it.
No, I do feel like I am, and maybe not, but I feel like in some ways I play a leader role. I play ambition. Mm-hmm. That's where I'm the successful entrepreneur. Like I just, you know, and of course y'all are entrepreneurs too, but it's just, I don't know. I've always had the drive for it since the beginning. And I don't know. I just kind of feel not in a leader like y'all don't know
like
how
we
to
follow
lead.
you.
Yeah, not like that.
Yeah,
not like that. Yeah, but just I don't know. I just that's kind of how I feel with my place in this.
That's so funny.
And like too, like I feel like I can kind of bring a little light. Like I'm the goofy one too. Like, you know, and encourager. I love encouraging y'all. So
that's interesting. I never, like, honestly, I never would have thought you would have thought that. To be honest, definitely yes for the ambition thing. And the thing is, I think all of us are. Yeah, we all are like a leader at different times. Like, and it depends on what needs to be.
That's true.
What we need to be led to.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you're right.
So
we all are leaders. But we all lead in different ways and in different things. You're so right. Yeah, that's dope.
Yay.
See, that's the dynamics of best friendships. Yay. That's why it's important to have that, you know. They can have that one friend. Man,
I wish this is something that they taught you in school.
What?
If I'm being honest.
Oh, like relationships?
Better, like how to be a friend.
Right.
And the thing is, some people know it inherently. Some people learn it along the way. And then other people need help. They're just as good people. And it's like, I know how important having a friendship is. And I know that it's not, like, people have said that to me. Like, I wish I had what you and Kim have. I wish I had what you and Tanisha have. Like, that's, like, you know, that's your best friend.
Right.
And so it's like, you know, it don't come by easily. And I just would love for everybody to have this blessing.
Right.
That is,
and it is taught too. It's taught, at least, you know, in the good book that I read, even a friendly person has friends. So if you don't have friends, you're not friendly. No, that's a fact. Okay. If you're not friendly, you won't have friends. Okay. Like the way you treat people and how you. Hold on, girl. Now you got me want to look it up.
And I think the lack of friendliness does not mean that you don't have the ability to be friendly, but you might be too nervous to put yourself out there.
Oh, okay. Yes. I guess then I'm saying not being friendly from a standpoint of where, like, the core and the motive of your friendship. If it's interior motives are wicked, that's not a friend.
That's true.
Yeah, so it's Proverbs 18:24. A man who has friends must himself be friendly, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. If you ain't friendly, you got different, you know what I'm saying, like interior motives behind it. You ain't about that person truly and genuinely. You ain't gonna have no friends. Like, you just don't. Like, I'm just saying.
Yes.
Because the title friend, not everybody can have that title. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not everybody takes it seriously.
Exactly. So are you really like... That's how I always see it. And I'm real big on that because in the past, I used to, like, everybody was my friend. Like, and without even, you know what I'm saying, spending time. But I would always put that label on, like, you're my friend. But it's like, I learned what a friend, like, really is. And I feel like I learned more so in my adulthood, though.
And sometimes your friendships are for certain seasons of your life.
Right.
And I cherish friendships that might not be in season right now.
Right. That's
but
good.
Like, was still a wonderful lesson learned and a wonderful person.
Right. That's good.
So it's just kind of like, hey. So there are friendships that will last you as long as they're supposed to. And then there are the perfect friendships of love and forever.
But no, I got you though. Like, for real. Like, that's pretty much what this is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is forever.
Shut up. We are the type of friends that, you know, we're supposed to be in each other's life for the rest of our life. And that's dope. That's a blessing, man. That's definitely a blessing. So
I'll take it.
Yeah. And then, you know, like you said, then there's those ones that are in season. It didn't leave, you know, you didn't leave off bad or on wrong terms or nothing like that. It's just,
you learned the lesson you needed to learn from that friend.
Right. And too, I like that you said in current, like, even if you still are friends with those friends, certain friendships are more active in their seasons. Yeah, that's real.
All right, let's just start talking.
Okay, let's start talking about them.
So we broke up these best friend movies into a few different categories, even though there's more than a few.
Right.
But friendships, groups, usually in the movies, it's groups of 4. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 5, but it's usually you'll get 4. That's what I saw a lot of for the movies I chose. Friendships between 2, so like a duo, the yin and yang, and then friendships with some romance involved. Yep, those are both categories.
Is that also with a guy and girl, like best friends, and then they fall in love?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna start off with that category, as a matter of fact, because those are funny to me.
They are.
So let's get that out of the way.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, this is actually also a duo. Something Borrowed. Have you seen Something Borrowed?
I did not, and it's like John Krasinski's in it.
Yes, it stars Kate Hudson, Jennifer Goodwin, and John Krasinski.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
So in this movie, like Rachel and Darcy are lifelong best friends. Okay. Right. And until Rachel, in their adulthood, way after college, as they're turning 30, Rachel realizes, that Darcy's fiance is that they want each other. And maybe Darcy knew that too. That's the weird part about this movie. So it's also like based on a book, and so there's multiples if you want to know what happens. It's a good story, but I like it because it kind of depicts that toxic relationship that you can have, and how long you could be in a toxic friendship, because they were best friends in the movie. Okay. But obviously there was some toxicity to it that you could see in these tiny little red flags. So it was just like, the way she would do so much pick me stuff in front of her friend, and just, she knew, and this is why I put maybe Darcy already knew that Rachel and, Darcy's fiance wanted each other. Rachel had known, they met in law school, and Rachel met him first, and they were flirtatious, and they would study together, and it was so cute.
Okay.
And like when her friend met them together at the bar after months and months, because they were at different schools, she got all flirtatious with him, and you know what I mean? Yep. She was like, you've been telling me about him for 9 months. Like, if I talked about a guy for 9 months, my friend knows I'm into him.
Exactly. And that's just not cool. I don't like that vibe. That's something you drag.
So you kind of root for the other girl who's taking her best friend's fiance. But when you see the backstory of the fact that she wanted him, you know what I mean? Like, she kind of took him like by being just underhanded towards her. But John Krasinski's character, he's not the guy they're fighting over. He's also their lifelong friend.
Oh my gosh,
and
I love it.
He's on the other girl's, not Darcy's side, but he's on Rachel's side. And he keeps hyping her up like, you always bow down to her. You know what I mean? Like, she says this and then you just do it. You know what I mean? Like, or he notices the undercut things that she says and does.
Okay.
So he tries to help his friend, like, see her value. Like, what are you talking about?
Exactly. Okay.
So you would like it. This is a movie that I've seen so many times. Like, I could just put it in the background and just be happy.
Okay.
You know?
I love background
focus. Okay. And the ending is realistic because they don't take that, super Hollywoodish thing where it's like, okay, this happened, but me and you are still good friends.
Right.
They do part ways. Like, no, we're not coming back from this.
Okay.
But they're supposed to.
Right.
The season of their friendship is done.
Dang. Yep. Dang. That's real. Okay. Yeah. See, I like that. Yep. Those are real relationships.
So then there's... So next up, we got Just Friends.
Okay.
Another romance.
Okay.
So this one has Ryan Reynolds and Amy Smart.
Okay.
Okay. And it's another duo, lifelong best friendship where they reunite when they're older. But you got Ryan Reynolds who plays the chubby high school nerd.
I've seen it.
And he's clearly in love with Amy Smart's character. But he, went off and got successful and he got fit and he came back thinking it was going to be easy to just get his old bestie.
Yep.
But he's he always had feelings for her, so he didn't have as much game as he thought.
Right.
He kept screwing up.
Right. And two, I feel like with this one, she's seen you at your worst.
Yeah.
So you have a different, you know what I'm saying, approach. Like maybe he would be confident with other women, but with her, it was just she knows me. Yeah.
And then also can point out, like, so she can call you on your stuff. Yep. Like, why are you tripping about this? Exactly. You used to always eat these pancakes with all this extra whipped cream and candy on top.
Yes, girl. Just yep.
But it's definitely just it's built for laughs. This movie's hilarious.
It's funny. It's a
comedy.
Ryan Reynolds in that fat suit like that.
Singing Lord. That I swear.
Yeah, I remember that.
With his retainer.
By the moon. Yes, girl. It sure did. Yes. Okay, I remember that movie, Just Friends. Yep.
And then the next one. Okay. My Girl.
Yeah.
I love this movie, guys. It stars a young Macaulay Culkin and a phenomenal performance by Anna Chlumsky. Chlumsky? Yep. This movie, a young girl, Veda Sultanfuss, because I've seen it that many times, and her best friend, Thomas J. It came out when?
1991.
Yeah. So I was young.
Yeah.
But it's not, I don't think I saw it when it first came out. But Veda and Thomas J., they're best friends. They're preteens. They're about to embark on those teen years. And they just share this summer together where things change drastically for both of them. So,
I've seen this
I cannot watch this movie without crying.
Oh, yes.
It's just
my girl.
It's so good and it's so sad. So,
is this that one where the boy dies?
Yes.
Oh, yes. This is the movie. Y'all, I know. Well, whatever. No, this is the movie where, as a kid, when I watched it as a kid, I remember being like, kids die?
Yeah.
Like, that was like my first time understanding that fact. Like, dang, even little kids. Because, you always think, grown-ups and adults die. Right. Yeah. So to think of a kid dying was like, oh, I never even thought of, like,
I think this was my first kid death movie, too.
Yeah. And it kind of freaked, like, I haven't watched it since I watched it. So.
Oh, man. I haven't. And it's, Kim will tell you, because I quote it all the time. She does this thing, like she just rolls her eyes now. I'm like, and just like get it over with and say it. When I'm saying goodbye to her, I'll be like, "Would you think of me?" And she's like, "Yes, Bridget.
Oh my god!
If you don't get to marry Mr. Bixler, because that's what he says to her. He says that to her."
Look, I want y'all to know, when you first, Bridget, you gotta go through a series of freaking her doing all these little like, do you like love me acts and like. Hold my hand. Like, girl, if you don't get your butt on.
I'm an affectionate lover.
She is. We love you. We love it. That's what makes you you. That's exactly. Just so silly.
If they didn't like it, they couldn't be friends with me.
We just
because
laugh.
I touched them
right. Right. We be like, get your hands on. Oh man, but, my girl. That's crazy.
Yeah, his face hurts. And where are his glasses?
Oh,
I can't see without his glasses.
Yeah, so she wanted to put his glasses on while he was in the coffin. Yeah.
She plays that so well.
Yeah, that was a real movie right there. Yeah. Boy. As a kid watching that, I was like, ooh, okay, that was a bit much for me.
But it was
real life.
But
it was real life. Yeah. So. But what, spoiler? You want to give him
I mean, obviously, spoiler alert. Yeah, we done told you he died.
Since 1991, you know what I'm saying?
At this point.
Right.
But still watch it if you haven't. Yeah. So, here's some fun facts.
Oh, yeah, okay, you got fun facts?
I got some fun facts.
Hold on, we got to do a little... fun facts.
If we did that every time, there's fun facts for all of these movies. But let's do it.
I'm going to put it in.
Okay, a different one every time. So this one is yours.
Fun facts. I already did it. I already put it in there.
So here's some fun facts.
All right.
After that wonderful title sequence. So Anna and Macaulay took 15 takes for their kissing scene.
Dang.
They have this little itty bitty kissing scene. It is the most precious little kiss. It's not even a kissing scene. It's just two really quick little kid faces.
Yeah, little pets. Dang.
But it's their first kiss.
Right. So, and then too, they had options. They had to have options to choose from which one they wanted to use.
Exactly.
All right. What's the next one?
So Elijah Wood was actually considered for the role of Thomas J.
Oh.
But because of the huge success of Home Alone,
yep,
which we will talk about Home Alone when we do a Christmas episode, because y'all, that's my movie. But Macaulay Culkin, they said he was more, bankable, and so he was given that part instead of Elijah Wood.
Right, but you know what?
But later,
go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say, but later they starred together in The Good Son.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen that movie?
Yes, I've seen that one.
Maybe we could do a special episode about
The Good Son.
Evil kids or crazy kids,
like The Omen. Yeah,
there's so many crazy
times.
kid movies. Yeah. Those kids can die,
but
not these. We over here talking about kid deaths, but we over here like
the characters in the movies. Okay, let's make that very clear. Oh, but you know what? I'm glad though. Like, I always like hearing like later on after like who was supposed to or who they casted at first for the part, whatever, and then kind of finding out who they really, seeing who they really casted. It all seems to just still work out because I don't see Elijah Wood in that character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and I've never, and I love Elijah Wood, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like every time I see who they would have cast, I'm like, the person they picked was perfect.
Yeah.
Like it's always turned out the way it was supposed to.
Right. That's how
Only rarely has it been like, ooh, I would have loved that person.
Yeah, that's true.
But I won't talk about those films because that's mean. Next up, we got Friends with Benefits.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite movies.
Yes. So we can talk about this one. Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis.
Y'all know y'all love each other.
Two young adults begin a relationship.
Yeah.
Where they remain friends, but they reap the benefits of the sexual nature.
Right.
Without the relationship.
Right.
So what could go wrong?
We're going to have some fun while we be friends. So yeah, okay. I remember, I usually get this movie mixed up with the daggone other movie.
No Strings Attached?
Yes. Daggone... wow,
Ashton Kutcher
and Natalie Portman. Yeah. So okay,
and it's funny because after they made those movies, they got together and became friends with me.
Right, like literally.
But then they realized, like, didn't we just make movies about how this doesn't work out?
Exactly. Like, you're gonna catch feelings,
and they did.
Okay. Yep. Friends with Benefits.
So one of the things I enjoyed about this movie is that the sex scenes were fun.
They were like real, like they was laughing and having funny, silly
It doesn't
moments.
always have to be like this insanely serious and passionate thing. A lot of people know that. So it's fun. So I like how they depicted that.
Yes. Because I really think too, even sometimes those are still fun. Even those moments are sexy. Like when you can have fun like during the act and just be silly or something happens that y'all both laugh at.
That's a nice level of intimacy to be at.
Exactly.
And there's always been a debate on whether men and women can have these platonic friendships.
And still have sexual relations? Oh, okay.
Even without it. Or you know what I mean? Like where they debate, you can't be friends with someone of the opposite gender if that's what you're into because that's just not possible. You'll want to do each other.
Right. Okay, I feel you. So that's why I asked that question. I don't think that you can be friends and have sex. I think that's
okay.
I think that's already crossing the friend line for me. I feel like you're going to catch feelings. Period. Point blank. Y'all gonna become friends and then turn to a relationship. Now, can you be friends and not have sex? Yes, I do believe that can happen.
Okay. And that's that question was the second part. So I'm not gonna argue about the first part, whether you could be friends and have sex, just because it's like, okay, sure, like it can happen, it can't happen. I don't know everybody's story. It is what it is. Just do it and figure it out. But I absolutely think you can be friends with somebody of the opposite sex, and that doesn't mean you have any that you guys are.
I agree, yeah.
So,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like when you have relations, it changes the
dynamic.
Of the relationship. So it's just kind of like, I don't think you can really be friends.
Okay. Here's some fun facts about Friends with Benefits. Mila Kunis used a butt double.
For real?
For
she had somebody else to show her booty.
Yes, for the full nude scenes. Despite the fact that she appears semi-nude in a handful of scenes. But she didn't have an issue with being nude on set, is what she said.
Okay.
But she didn't want to be nude on the screen.
Oh, got it.
So.
Well, why did that make any difference?
I mean, I think the people on set is different than forever on screen.
And true. And then too, when it's on screen, it's like everybody in the world can see
exactly.
it versus just the people in the room. Okay, I got it.
The other fact we kind of brought up about how now Ashton Kutcher, who made No Strings Attached, which has a similar premise.
Plot. Yeah.
He has a baby, multiple babies.
Yeah, with Mila. Yeah, he married Mila. They still together.
Yes.
He with Mila Kunis now. Yeah.
Yep. They attempted to have their No Strings Attached friends of benefit situation, and it didn't work out.
Yep. See, told you. That's always the ending. You cannot be friends and be doing it. You just can't.
It's also kind of interesting how they made movies about it. Both of them, totally separate movies, and you still didn't get the point.
Right.
Here you go. And then My Best Friend's Wedding.
Okay, My Best Friend's Wedding.
Have you seen My Best Friend's Wedding?
Yes, I have.
Starring Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
And, oh, God.
Julia Roberts and Dermot. Is it Dermot?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Is that how you say it? Dermot Mulroney?
Yeah, something like that.
It also has Cameron Diaz and Rupert Everett.
So what's the plot of this movie?
This one, you have two former lovers.
Okay.
That broke up on good terms and remained so close that they decided to be best friends.
Okay.
And they make that pact. You know that pact. When we hit 30, because for whatever reason, that's the magic age.
Right.
If we hit 30.
And we ain't married.
Yeah.
Then we're going to get it together. Okay.
Then we'll marry each other.
Oh, so then that poses another question too. Like, can you be friends after you've had a relationship or have had sex? And so,
okay, yeah, it does pose that question.
Yeah. So it's like, Now that one, I don't like. I wouldn't say yes or no. I don't know because that's something.
I would say yes.
I feel like too.
But I
feel like too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you could. Yeah, because it's not like it's currently.
You can't with everybody.
Like,
the truth. That's true. It depends.
Yeah, it's true.
Every situation is different, and there are a lot of situations where that's not a possibility.
Right.
But there are some situations where it's like, okay,
yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you're right. Yeah, because that's why there's some people that can co-parent and have because you're right. They friend. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, we know that can happen. But if you currently banging out your friend, no, let me not say banging. That sounds so harsh.
I guess honestly, that just depends on the parameter of your
relationship.
That's
what I'm saying. Yeah, I feel like it's safe to say you're gonna end up falling in love with your best friend.
Falling in love.
Well, now that's cute. Like if y'all get married and stuff, like how Ashton and them did it.
Well, so now they're almost that age where it's time for them to follow through with their said plans. But when they meet up, she finds out that he is now very quickly engaged to somebody. Yeah. And so her goal is to, split this up. My best friend's wedding.
Dang.
And originally, I didn't really like this movie. Like when I saw it when it came out and I was too young to appreciate it.
To understand it.
Spoiler alert, I wanted them to end up together at the end.
Oh, okay.
As a kid, because it felt like this is what the movies do. Like they're supposed to get that person. But when I saw it again and I was older, I understood like, okay, you know what I mean? Like she's just afraid of losing somebody this important in her life.
Yep.
And we've felt that. Like, what happens when I lose this person that's close to me to somebody that is definitely going to be closer to them?
Yeah.
So.
And that was the sabotage though. Like, I get it, but she need to move on.
For me, like the way that they handled the climax of this film, it was just masterful because after all of that she went through, she finally realized she was being crazy. Yeah. That she was in the wrong.
Okay.
He's chasing his soon-to-be wife, and she's chasing him.
Yep.
And her other friend was like, who's chasing you?
Right.
He made his choice.
Exactly.
You need to let it go.
Exactly.
And she can't handle it.
Dang.
But
okay, so that was, and see, these are actual, like, different types of relationships.
Just a depiction of that.
Yeah, right.
And that restroom scene was good when she found her, because I was like, oh, they about to jump her, because the women in the restroom, and that's a sacred place for women.
Yeah, we have our.
They hear them arguing. She was like, you kissed my fiance on our wedding day. Obviously all the women gonna be like, what?
Right.
They all gonna be on her side, like, oh.
I feel like the women's restroom is like how it is like for barbershops for men. Yep. It's like The women's restroom is
be
like
making some friendships.
We do. It's so funny. I remember when I used to go to the club, always make it just like the restroom was like the girls. Spot. Like everybody was hyping each other up.
You look so cute, girl. I like your shoes. Where'd you get that from?
We'll be in the restroom for hours.
Yes.
Not
okay.
hours, but you know.
I love that we could do that as well.
Right.
Y'all need to get on, man. No, I'm just kidding. I don't expect that. Fine.
Right.
But man. Good movie.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to move on now
right.
to the friendship groups.
Okay, the friendship. Not the friendship.
Listen, it's a big word.
Oh my God, a big word. Like I can't say damn friendship.
No, I'm saying it but you didn't say it.
I know, but you talking about that's a big word. Like, it's really a big word, and it's not.
Listen. I'm saying like that's easy to mess up if you're talking fast.
That's what you say. All right, friendship group.
Yes.
Like okay, groups. So this is the one. This is the one where it's like 4 or more.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we love those.
I do too. I mean, I do too. Duh. You said we love them.
We're going to start off.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay.
And again, this must be reiterated. This is in no particular order because we could not rate these.
Right.
So Waiting to Exhale, starring the Whitney Elizabeth Nippy Houston.
Then she went to the whole government. Like she went to government.
And I threw in her nickname.
And, right. Like you got the government, the stage
she
name.
I mean, it was so beautiful in this movie to me. Loretta Devine.
Yep. Leela Rashawn.
Yes.
Yep.
And the Angela Bassett.
Okay.
What a lineup.
Oh yeah, I love this movie. This movie will always be a favorite. And it
felt so adult to me
when
we watched it.
Yo.
I'm not at that age yet, but I can't wait to be that.
Yo, because how old
here we are?
Were we like what, teenagers? Maybe
I think we were preteens when it came out.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
we were pretty.
Oh yeah,
because it came out in the 90s.
Yeah,
in the 90s, Tanisha will say.
Yep.
But it's based on the novel by Terry McMillan.
Yes, girl, and I've read a lot of her books.
Yes. Tanisha loves to read too. But it surrounds these 4 Black women, their relationships with each other, and the men in their lives. So I remember being mesmerized by Angela Bassett and how she looked in that bar scene. I was just like, she is beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful Black women.
And it's like, and I don't even understand why. Like, she's this beautiful. Like, what is she doing?
Yeah. This movie right here is the one that I mostly think about when I was talking about what I find relatable.
Okay.
In the films, like just their different individualities, how they coexist with each other, how they get on each other's nerve, the realness, how they kind of share in each other's journeys. Like this movie is what I think
how they keep secrets from each other and then they reveal them.
Right. Yes, because especially when you have a group of friends, there's always going to be sometimes there's like that there's those 2 that kind of know something or have a secret, and the other 2 don't know, or like,
and then there's so many different combinations. So it's like, does this one know that?
Right. So this movie is definitely what I think of. I love Waiting to Exhale, and that part. I mean, of course, we already know some of the main parts, but like I was, like when Bernadine, she went in, tore up that closet. Everybody know that, but that was I think that was the scene that I loved for Bernadine's character.
This is the one me and my brother do the most.
Okay, which one?
When she's in the mirror, and he was like, "Would it have been better if she was Black?" No, it'd be better if you were Black. Oh God, I say that we say that to each other all the time.
That's hilarious.
Such a ridiculous little scene, but we have to do it.
Yes.
Like, no, it'd be better if you were Black.
Yes.
Like
there's so many iconic scenes.
And
like
her anger.
Yes. Yeah. When she went off, like that was real. Like when she had the haircut situation, that was real. And
she was going through it.
She was.
And we felt her.
And I like everybody's like, so even with like Loretta Devine's character, what was her name? Gloria. With her, some of my favorite scenes was when she was, meeting the next door neighbor. And remember when she was walking off, and she knew that he was watching. She was like, "Ooh, he's watching!" And she turned around. I love her because she was just it just showed a side of a single mom. Maybe was she newly divorced or Oh, she wasn't newly divorced.
I don't know.
Was she ever even married before? I can't remember.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I just like seeing, that her character being played out, and just like her like meeting her new love, and then with Leela Rashawn, I like how my favorite scene with that one was when what was her name? What old boy? What was her name?
Robin.
Robin. Yeah. When she was dating a boy, and she was like, "You leather wearing in the summertime."
The fact that he was like, "You better watch who you pick up in a grocery store." It was like, "Yep, you just told on yourself." Yeah, yes, I better watch it because this was trash.
Oh my gosh, he threw that daggone. She was like, "You better not throw that." He threw that. You better not threw that daggone.
What am I supposed to tell my son? You got a son?
Oh, like it was getting worse and worse, just progressively getting worse and worse. Yeah, that was my scene right there. That was pretty like reenacted out a lot on social media. And then the other character, what was the other one?
And then Whitney Houston's.
So I'm trying to think of my favorite part with hers. Her story to me was a little bit more not subtle, but it was like she was already she was
regal. She was like,
I don't know, was she
so ambitious and successful, and just I feel like she was trying to break this glass ceiling.
Yeah, that's kind of hers was different. It was like she was more so just really wanting to find the one that was on her level in a sense. Like I just think with the type of caliber of man that she wanted, she made like her. She was just like that girl, like where she, deserved that. And she just kind of didn't have the best of luck with oh boy with his with his old maybe he was like he was grunting.
That was Robin.
That was right. Oh no, not Rob. No.
Oh, submarine sandwich. That's what I was thinking of.
You talk about the one Robin was with. Yeah, no, not him. I was talking about Whitney Houston character.
I'm sorry, that grunt made me go to him. Ew.
But remember Whitney Houston character, the dude she was dating, he was all like quick or something was up. Remember?
Okay.
I gotta look at it. But anyway, it was just a lot of different things.
I'm sorry, the grunt made me take it all the way back to that scene because I wasn't gonna bring it up.
Yeah, because Robin ended up still staying with him, didn't she? Because he was like, I'm gonna be like.
Who was the one who got her? One of them got her pregnant, didn't they?
Okay, who's Robin?
Robin is Layla Rashawn.
Okay, so she got pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think so. That's them. Yeah.
She was at the end. She was like, "Yes, it's yours." Like telling him she had a book.
Right. I was talking about Whitney's character. Yeah. This dude.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The Allstate guy.
Yeah, the Allstate dude. Yeah. He was like, they had a little sexual.
I don't remember. Oh no,
it was the wrong one. Never mind. It was the wrong. She had a little escapade with another dude when she was on dating. Never mind. I'm tripping.
No,
I was thinking it was the one.
I don't remember all of the little details.
Yeah, like this movie right here.
My mom wouldn't let me watch it that much. I'm still too young for it.
This one really made an impression. That's how. That's why I remember so much.
Yeah. It's iconic.
Yeah, it was.
And then this song. It's like just hearing it brings up all the feels from this time in my life and this movie in general. There was a lot. There was a lot going on, and it's just it's part of that movie. Yeah, but I just remember just the passion this movie made me feel as a youngster.
Right? Ain't that crazy? Yeah, we tapping into feelings we don't really know too much about,
right?
But
we're still excited to see Black women friends that are like adults,
right?
Outside of like your aunties and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So my next one now, I had to throw in some boys. I felt like, we're doing all these girl movies. Not girl movies, you know what I mean. Girl best friends. Yeah. Stand By Me. Mm-hmm. So, Stand By Me. We were talking about this one the other day. So dumb. And also has some child death in this. It stars Will Wheaton, River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, and Jerry O'Connell.
Yep. This came out in 1996. Yep. This came out a year before. Excuse the background.
Oh, big head boy.
Right.
Hush up now.
Right. He gonna be featured on the podcast.
The story of 4 childhood friends and their journey they set on to find the body of a missing boy. It's so funny because this is a Stephen King novel film.
Yeah.
Dave's little sister was reading the story. And And she was telling me about it, and I was like, "You're reading Stand By Me." And she was like, "No, it's called," and she named the book, and I was like, "I didn't know they had 2 different names."
Oh.
So the last line in this movie is, "I never had any friends later on like the ones I had when I was 12. Does anyone? And sir, yes, they do. Ooh, I had to tell you. But there is something about your elementary school friends that is special.
Yeah, it is.
I feel it in middle school. Yeah.
Very true. I called you and Kim my day ones. Well, mostly you, though, because I don't know.
Oh, that was day one. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Of being able to remember stuff. No, we was young.
No, I'm saying, yeah, just being young and having a friend since we used to run around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Together. That's a different type of like friendship. Like, wow, we were kids.
We don't run around in neighborhoods anymore. Right. We still have a connection.
Right. Remember we used to go to that one trail. We tried to swing over that creek.
Oh yeah, we did multiple times, but when we did it together.
That added weight. We weren't even that big as kids.
I
know. And it broke when we fell in the creek.
Yeah, that was great. And they was laughing at us too, because it was a big group of us there.
It was like all the neighborhood kids.
It was all of them.
Yeah.
And we could picture them. We ain't about to name them off, but they was there.
Right.
They were there.
Right. Over there.
Our siblings. Which just adds on another 4.
Right.
Like,
right.
So.
Yeah. Hey, we had fun. I feel like our childhood friendship was very movie-esque.
Yes,
It was a whole bunch of characters. Everybody was different. Everybody had different relationships. It was just fun.
It was. Figuring it all out.
Right.
Oh. But I like seeing the best friend movies with boys just as much as I do with girls.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they have like a different feel in their dynamics, but there's just no way to pick one being better than the other. Like I like seeing both of them. Here's some fun facts about Stand By Me.
Okay.
Stephen King told Rob Reiner, the director of this movie, that this was the best adaptation of his work he'd ever seen.
Oh, wow. That's a good compliment if you're getting that from the actual
This
writer.
one is good, though.
Yeah.
This one was really...
I haven't seen it in
I
a
could
long
see
time.
why... Yeah, I could see why this would be the best adaptation. So, he also said that the leech scene is based on an event that happened to him as a kid.
In real life? What? He had all them leeches on him. Leeches are just weird, and they all black, and they're just sucking your blood.
They just kind of repulsed me. Like,
and it's a whole bunch of them too. I wonder if it hurt.
It's just like, how can you not feel like? Yeah, and now I could just wondering. I'm like, which makes it even grosser. Like, how slick do they have to be?
Where they be in like lakes and stuff? Mostly. I
don't even want to think about it.
Well, I'll just make sure I didn't get my buddy. No, you know I'm going out of town soon. I don't want to be in no lake with no leeches.
Well, you're gonna have to Google it.
I don't want no leeches. Sure. All right.
I don't think anyone does. There's an interview with Kiefer
Sutherland. Yeah, he claims there was a Renaissance fair.
Yeah, there was a Renaissance fair nearby
of the location of the film, like where they was filming it. Oh,
and the cast and crew, they bought some cookies. Yes, because unfortunately, they were laced with some of that stuff.
What with the greener?
Yeah, yep. And a couple hours later, the crew found Jerry O'Connell. He was in a park crying.
Buttered, just gone. It was like, what's going on with me? Why am I feeling like this?
If you didn't know and those emotions came and you had too much.
He had
the wrong dosage.
Right, the special brownies.
They were supposed to just take maybe half. Maybe they had a few. Oh, Could you imagine if you didn't know?
Especially, right. So, because knowing me, I usually eat, if I have a sweet, I eat about 2-3 cookies.
You would have been just zooted.
Yeah, probably all the way up about 330,000-40,000 latitude. But yeah, dang, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
It was a Renaissance fair. They over here selling weed, brownies, and cookies. Got a hold of it. He was over there tweaking. Okay. Anyway.
Now let's talk about Sex in the City.
Oh, yeah.
So this obviously falls into this category. So Sex in the City starring Sarah Jessica Parker, Kim Cattrall, Kristen Davis, and Cynthia Nixon. It's 4 women. They're navigating love, friendship, fashion, and
business,
sex
life,
marriage in New York City.
Yep. Sex in the City. Yep.
And the fact of the matter is, I like the way that this show is written. Like, I look at my life through a different lens.
Right.
But I do look at my life like it's being narrated the way that Carrie would. You know, they're saying very different things, right. But I still like seeing Carrie's outlook on things. And I like that I don't always agree with her. Like, it's not, it doesn't make you feel like, and this is the only way to think. Right. It's like, no, Carrie, that was a stupid decision, you know? Or I get why your friend did that. Or, it's not one-sided.
Exactly. I mean, that's really what it should, you know, it should be a more of a back and forth, and you know, like just like me, you know, we don't always agree. You know, friendships, you're not gonna always agree. You're not gonna always disagree either. You know, when those times come, is I feel like it's all in how you handle it, like how it's handled. How is the disagreement handled between these two friends? Yeah. So yeah, I do like Carrie's character. So are you talking about Sex and the City like back like when it first came out, or the Sex and the City like 2021 ish, like where it's new with what is it called? And just like that. Yeah.
I'm talking about a little bit of more of
the newer.
I still feel like her character hasn't like changed personalities that much.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more like movie and newer Carrie.
Yeah.
But it could all be traced back to younger Carrie.
Right,
too,
right. You
know?
kind of just see the evolution of them and their friendships. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm just going to say, like, there's an element in each character that you can relate to. Right. That sort of, you could see, like, okay, I get Charlotte. I do. Like, and I get Samantha. And I get you, Carrie. And I even get Miranda.
Yeah.
I get Miranda.
Yeah, everybody got it. Yeah. I get Samantha on her business ambition side.
Yeah, that's why I would connect you to her.
Carrie, her fashion sense was just love it.
My
it was so different.
Fashion sense in that show was Charlotte.
Okay, yeah.
I love the way that Carrie dressed too. Like all of them.
I like all of them was dressing. I think Carrie's boldness, like the way she would pull off such bold fits, but so well, was like, I don't know. It was like, it's kind of like, whoa, that's very like bold. Like, I don't know if I could get away with that, but you definitely did. So, okay,
I see. Every time I watch it, I always want to try something new. Like, put this on instead.
Right, try it. Like, right. At least it does kind of get me into that mood to
fashion.
Yeah, and then put certain things together that I normally wouldn't, or like to try something just a little, maybe even it's just like a left, just a small little, you know. So Carrie, and then Charlotte, she was just so cute. Charlotte's just like the girl. Charlotte's like,
she was very traditional in her like thinking and dressing, and she just wanted
she was
love it.
Right. She was also very particular too.
But she also rode for her friends.
She did.
I like that about her.
I love that one part in the movie when oh my god, when
Big
Carrie when Big did not go to the wedding, and you know he left Carrie at the altar, and then Carrie and was leaving out, getting into the limo, and then Big tried to walk up to Carrie and talk to her, and then Charlotte turned around, she's like, no, she was just looking, she was shaking, like she was like, so like, bruh, don't you talk to my best friend right now.
Yes, I always think of that.
That's
scene,
how I am.
it's like, you will not hurt my friend anymore.
Right. Yes. That's exactly. I felt that.
That scene was crazy.
I'm a protective friend like that. I get protective. So it's I felt that moment. She's like, no, she was ready for like, don't you come over here talk. I don't want to hear it. Like
she doesn't want to hear it. Like, look at what you done.
Look what you did. Like, and then it's public embarrassment because you know she's a public figure in the city. So now like not even that, you embarrassed me on top of like,
you hurt her heart.
Right. You left me. Like I thought me and you was here, bro. Like, and because her phone was in the, because he was trying to call her on the way there.
Yeah.
But still, you gotta man up. You're right. You gotta stay true to your word. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
You be like, hold my hand through this.
Yeah, no, because he was trying to call and hear her voice so that he can feel better to not have cold feet, right? Like he was trying to get a hold of her, but it's like you're not confident in your own decision.
Yeah, you need to.
What you like? Yeah,
I need to know it's just you and me.
Oh, well, we already
discussed that.
Exactly. Like, come on now. So okay, Sex and the City. Hey,
and as much as I love the show, it's kind of hard to get past knowing, like in the show, the two main besties, because I kind of look at it as Carrie and Samantha. But knowing in real life, off camera, that they don't have a good relationship. it kind of takes away from it. They still like they put on such good performance.
They
you
did.
would never know.
You would never know. They're not vibing
but
with
then
each
it's
other.
like, can you guys please just get along for us in real life?
Right.
Dang.
Like, can we live out this like actual
Fantasy.
like right like? But yeah, they don't mess with each other. So well, at least they have the professionalism and the respect to still be able to work together. And you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yeah. Okay, so next is Grown Ups. Grown Ups, because Adam
Sandler in this one too.
You sure is. Grown Ups is. It stars Adam Sandler, Kevin James, Chris Rock, David Spade, and Rob Schneider.
Yep.
They reunite with each other for 4th of July holiday weekend. I like the portrayal of how different your life turns out from what you think it'll be.
Right.
Like you got, this is us as kids. Now look at us.
Look at us grown up. Right. And I like seeing just how we turn out, period. Like that's just been so fun to see how we all have grown, especially, and I think that's what makes the like young like friendships, like when you're young, very extra special because you've seen each other at both moments in life. Like you see me when I was young.
So much easier to make fun of you.
Yeah, because we know each other.
Laugh at it in such a loving way.
Right.
Like, yeah, I used to be really into that. Shut up. You know, like.
I love it. So that's what this movie definitely is.
And just the idea of me and my childhood friends getting together.
Right.
At our age, at all the kids and stuff. There ain't no kids here, but you know what I mean.
Right.
And just enjoying some of the good outdoors together.
Right.
That sounds just like a great weekend.
Yeah, it does. It does. And they was having fun. They went through a lot of adventures and a lot of
stupid stuff.
Right. I love Kevin James, man.
That was the next word that was going to be out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Because there's something so about him.
Yeah, I like him. I like Kevin James.
The adorkable thing.
Right. Well. He's adorable. That's what it is. I started liking him when I was watching Queen.
Oh, King and Queen?
Yeah, Kings and Queen. Right? With that one Italian chick. Okay.
Yes. That I think I liked him since Hitch.
Oh yeah, and Hitch too. Yes, Hitch.
Just seeing him dance. He was so confident.
He was just so into it. Like, boy,
he was. And it's like, that's what it's supposed to be, though.
Yes.
He's over here telling you, like, no, it's cool. I got it when it comes to dancing. And he's like, I'm going to have to make sure.
Right. Like, let me see. That's so me. I feel like that you're Kevin James in that moment. And then Will Smith character was so me. Like, I was like, I need to see this dance. Let me see what you got.
I can't stand her. She would make me do it.
Yeah. I mean, you said you vote about it. Let's see it.
This movie was actually written in the mid-90s. And it was written with Chris Farley in mind for Kevin James.
Oh, yep.
Farley's death happened and it was put on the shelves for over a decade.
Dang. And then Kevin, wow. So did you feel like he did it? Because, Chris Farley was a really big, he was coming up in the comedic like world. They really, really loved him. And so do you feel like Kevin James did a good job at kind of, in a sense, honoring that place?
We just got done talking about how much we like Kevin James. Absolutely.
He did a good job with that.
Yeah, because he wasn't trying to be anybody but Kevin James.
Right, yep.
So and that's why it was good.
Yes, I love that, yep.
Here's another little fact. I don't know if I say this one is fun, but we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
So the studio execs, they weren't enthused with reports that Selma Hayek would be cast in the film.
Okay, why?
And they suggested that he continue looking for someone less ethnic. But Sandler told them, another reason why we love Adam Sandler, that he already offered her the role and that she'd accepted it and that he's not recasting.
Yep.
And
don't bring it up.
Never bring it up. So
leave it alone. And so, that's what's up. Yep. He had her back. Don't be talking about some less ethnic.
Why?
That's what I'm saying. Like why would you not want to show that a different culture or just like a different character, a different like side? Why would you want to just keep it to, I don't know, whatever. Don't get me started. Anyway, well, I'm glad that she ended up still playing in it because Grown Ups was hilarious.
And then we have Now and Then, nostalgia.
All right.
But Now and Then has the four best friends. We got Christina Ricci. We got Thora Birch. We got Gabby Hoffman and Ashley Aston Moore. Yeah. So
this is the one I just recently saw when we did our nostalgia episode.
Yes. So 4 childhood friends who are now in their 30s. They have a reunion and they reminisce on one of the best summers that they had when they were teens. So this movie, it shows that preteen conversation that girls have with each other about boys, about their families and jokes and their general confusion on life and how they handle it.
Right. Yep.
Because it's like, that's how we talked. That's what we thought. That's what it is. You know, let's be honest about girl friendships growing up.
Yeah. And it's so, like, I really would have loved to have seen a movie. Like, some parts of me be thinking, like, dang, so we wasn't in the Truman Show? Like, dang, I can't look back at my life and look at how I was acting and who I was back then. Like, I would love to, like, have seen or been a fly on the wall in our conversations as kids. Like, I'm just trying to even think of what were we even talking about? What were we saying? Like, I would love to remember more. I
remember some of it.
Well, tell me what you remember.
Oh, I remember very much so how we were so in a rush to get our periods.
Oh my God, yeah.
And for our breasts to come in.
Yes. Oh no. And that's why remember when I came up with my song?
Yes.
We ain't gonna say the song, but the trio know what the song is. And now I decided I got more than well, I guess I got as much as I asked for, because I was used to sing the song all the daggone time about growing me some boobies. And then, thanks a lot. Now I done sung it too much. But anyway,
see, manifested in pity.
Little stuff like that, man. Oh, remember when we used to jump on y'all trampoline? My dad said we couldn't jump on the trampoline.
That was that was Tatiana's trampoline.
Oh, I thought y'all had one too.
Yeah, but she started it.
Yeah.
Because that was the one that was
the neighborhood. Yeah, the neighborhood. One of our other neighborhood little friends. She had a trampoline.
We
man,
was always out there jumping.
Always. My dad was like, "I better get on that trampoline." We used to get on there, be bad. And I remember Dad rode past that one day. He saw us on it.
We were so scared of her dad too. It was like, oh, he's mad.
Yeah,
they're
my daddy.
in trouble.
Yep, man. Those are the days, boy. It was a whole bunch of little stuff. But anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead, girl.
So I'm just gonna go over some fun facts.
Okay.
Now and then, real quick, because I know I didn't get to these in the nostalgia episode.
Okay.
But in the punching scene between Chrissy and Roberta, Christina Ricci's character, who plays Roberta, she forgot to turn her head. She ended up getting punched in her face full force, and they had to shut down production for a couple days because she bruised.
Oh Lord, why did she turn her head? She decided to prank out for real punch. I
don't know. Yep. And
girl, you're supposed to know the stunts. You're supposed to know your stunt now.
Also, Christina Ricci's character, she plays with Devin Soa. She's his love interest in this movie.
Okay.
And they're also love interest in Casper that same year.
Oh, yeah.
Because he played the real life version of Casper.
Right. Okay.
So, that little romance they have was a little familiar. It was cute.
They got it. Mm-hmm.
And she was the tomboy. She played the one who was really into sports. And she had all those brothers. And she didn't have her mom raising her. But still, she had such girly friends. Like, or a couple of girly friends.
Yeah.
Right. Because Chrissy.
Yeah, she was a more like, just very like, everything had to be dainty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her mom gave her that terrible speech about the birds and the bees that did not help her at all.
It did not, right.
It was like, see what happened to her?
Exactly,
she grew up crazy.
Exactly. So just telling her real.
Every woman has a flower. Yes.
And then she started talking about that later on. I don't want him to steal my flower. I'm like...
Or when she didn't turn and look at the boys when they was skinny dipping. She was finally like, okay, I guess I'll look. Like, with nobody twisting her arm.
Right. You know you wanted to. Don't be trying to just deflect how you feeling. You know you want to turn around and look.
And when she saw it, she was like, it's not very big.
Talking about it.
Because it's only big when a guy has a hard on.
She ain't know.
She was like, and when that happens, it's this big.
And it was all over exaggerated. Right, it was all over exaggerated. Her hands was way far apart. Like, girl.
Oh,
silly.
But that's what we thought.
Yep. Those are our little conversations. So. And then what's another fun fact?
Last one. This movie takes place in Indiana. And it was written about a Gaslight edition in Winchester. But the name was changed to Shelby for the movie.
Okay.
And then that area began to preserve areas that are mentioned in the movie due to the popularity.
Oh, yeah.
And I also find that interesting because Brendan Fraser, he's in this movie. He's uncredited. Yeah.
What?
Brendan Fraser's in this movie.
Why didn't they credit him?
I'm not sure. Because and he's also from Indiana.
What?
Did you know that?
No, Brendan. I'm telling you, a lot of dope people come from Indy. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Pop's collar. Anyway.
Indiana, yes.
A lot of people come from Indy, and I just found out Trevor.
Not just Indy, but Indiana.
Period. Indiana, yeah. Trevor, that's what Indy is short for, girl. Indiana.
Okay, that's what I used to say.
What do you mean?
But every time when I was saying that outside of Indianapolis, people just took that to mean Indianapolis because they would say in Indy. I'm like, we're all in Indy. And they're like, Indy means Indianapolis to us.
Oh, okay. Well,
I know, right? And I did that all the time. Like Indy.
Okay. No, it's
a random thing that I was okay, I had to stop doing that because I am not talking about Indianapolis. I'm talking about all of Indiana.
Yeah. So that's crazy. Brendan Fraser, I just found out. So we was just talking about before we got on to do the show. We was just talking about who's from who, or a lot of people from Indy. And then we just found out. Well, at least I just found out Trevor Jackson's from Indy. So that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Anyway,
and my favorite is Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, of course. Look a lot. Like I'm telling you, people sleep on Indiana, but it's cool. It's cool. We ain't worried about it.
And then Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Oh, yes. I remember this movie. It's been a minute, though, but I remember this.
Starring Amber Tamblyn, Alexis Bledel, America Ferrera, and Blake Lively. Another four best friends, four best girlfriends. They're connected with one another, and they just go on this journey into adulthood where they pass along a pair of secondhand pants that mysteriously fits all of their bodies. So it's just, this one has really good character development. It's also based off of a book. It had those real life teenage issues from the perspective of girls again, but it wasn't too over exaggerated.
Yeah.
It was a little bit more like subtle, like, okay, that is a little bit, they're right. They do exaggerate some of these things. And the four tropes were just in through this movie. You got wild, unstoppable Bridget. Which makes me so happy that my name was Bridget.
Right.
That was Blake Lively's character. She was the tomboy. But she was the tomboy who loved male attention.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a dangerous combo. Then Tibby, who dances to the beat of her own drum. And just, she knows her style. She's unique. She's different in her interests. And she is who she is.
Yep.
Then you got Lena, the sweet, meek one, who's just always dressed a little bit more precious, kind of like Charlotte.
Right.
And then Carmen, the writer, the one who's narrating it. She's the one in the group that doesn't have as much confidence as she should.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and so they're all just kind of grow into their adulthood, their womanhood together. Yeah,
they're going through different things.
Yeah, but yeah, okay, yeah, Sisterhood of the Traveling Daggone Pants.
Did you with the daggone?
Oh, daggone.
And we can't talk about a group of friends without talking about girls trip.
Yeah.
Because we brought that up a little earlier.
Oh, yeah, girls trip.
Hey, for
everybody
friends
was on
from college, lifelong friends. They travel back to New Orleans for Essence Fest.
Yeah.
We got Regina Hall, Queen Latifah.
Hey, Queen.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yep, and Tiffany Haddish. Yeah. Yes, that movie was funny. I love seeing all of them act together. I love all of those women, those actors. And so that was real cool to see how their chemistry was going to be.
I love seeing Black female friendships.
Yes.
I just can't help it.
And I feel like, too, they definitely did show, you could tell everybody had their own individualism. Like everybody was just so different, but they all meshed well. It's so funny because the Queen character, she was also ambitious and all these things, but she was also kind of prideful in her struggles, and that's why she wouldn't share them. And that was kind of relatable, like her character, because like I could kind of relate with kind of dealing with or kind of struggling with your own pride to share a certain part of yourself, you know what I'm saying?
That's a lot.
Yeah. And she also, like I said, ambitious and all that stuff. But then too, didn't Regina's character, they were supposed to work together. And I felt like
end up happening.
Yeah, and I think that was kind of like an underlying resentment on Queen's part. Yep. So
yeah, it portrayed the awkwardness of that between those two.
Yeah. But it was a real relationship, you know, kind of bridge or wall that sometimes happens between friendships. So and then
putting it.
Yeah, and then Jada's character. She was just so like the mom that needed to get out, you know, and find herself outside of being a mom, right? Like that's so real, man. And then just Tiffany, she was just trying to find her way. I mean, not Tiffany. What was her name in the movie?
Dina.
Oh yeah. She was just trying to find her way. She was that friend that's just like ready to. She's down for whatever. Like she had your back. Like she was ready to fight old boy.
She was fun. She was.
She was more of the raunchier, funny, or like the crazier one, the one that's kind of a little bit more risky and daring, you know.
But she knows how to get the crowd like
hype. Right. And then what was the other character? And then the Regina character. Regina was the ambitious one, but she I felt like
struggles that she was keeping in too.
Yeah, she did. She was prideful about too. Yeah, and I think too more so embarrassed. Because you know, like
she felt like she always had to be on top in a way,
right? And like she kind of always had her stuff together, and then to kind of know that really, you know, her relationship in a sense is not together. That's like embarrassing. Like dang it, like and then too out of all that, like my man cheating on me, like that's what this is, like, and with an Instagram model, you didn't slid to somebody's DMs. This is what we doing, and so that was kind of public. So. And then, so, you know, your best friends they look at you and you know that they're looking at how you're handling it. And it's like, so you ain't gonna get mad. You're mad with them and for them. But it's like, how do you really address this? Because it's your friend too. And matters of the heart are always kind of the tough thing to talk about with your friends.
They are.
Yeah. So, yeah, this movie was so good.
It was. And, you know, real quick, shout out to the men in this movie.
Oh, yes. Lorenz tight.
He ages backwards.
Yeah.
It's kind of
and remarkable. You know, his brother is that other guy. He got a brother that's also an actor. Yep. Yeah, he played in Barbershop, Jason's Lyric, Loren's brother. So, he got a whole brother, And then that Coulter dude, what's his name? Mike Coulter.
Yeah.
And Kofi. Oh, Kofi. So what is that? Kofi Cerebro? But he was the one that was dating Jada's kid. Yes.
That's who that was.
Yes. Okay. I mean, and they knew what they was doing when they were doing the casting. You know, it's a girls like movie, so of course you gotta, you know, cast some handsome men.
And there's so many to choose from.
Not choose from.
I'm sorry. You're right. But there are. There's a lot of them out there. But this is the first film produced, written, and directed by and starring African Americans to cross the 100 million mark.
Ooh, really? I did not know that. That's a good fun fact. This movie, Girls Trip, what?
Yes. It's interesting to think that. Like, wow.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Because I think, I mean, it's been a minute, you know what I'm saying, since we seen a 4 group best friendship, you know what I'm saying?
Black women.
Yeah, movie, right? Like, when's the last one before Girls Trip? What came out before
Waiting to Exhale.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's the only one we can think of. Yeah. Right. So, I mean, that's the only one we can think of.
Well, there is one in between that. Well, we're about to talk about that one next.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Don't say nothing because you're going to see it. You're going to be like, what? Yeah, okay. So, there's so many different degrees of separation in this movie. Yeah. Between the actresses and the actors. So, for example, you have Jada Pinkett, who was in Scream. She was in Scream 2. And Regina Hall was doing parts of her character from Scream in Scary Movie. Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then Lorenz Tate, he was in Menace to Society.
Yeah. Love Jones.
And Inkwell with Jada Pinkett.
Oh, okay.
Lord. I'm over here forgetting. And then most notably, the next movie on our list also has some degrees of separation from that, which is Set It Off. Yeah. That one I would say is between Girls Trip and Wedding to Exhale, timeline wise.
Right.
But so we're gonna wrap the group ones with this because it's just such a good best friend group movie.
It is.
The struggle, but still
Yeah, this one, Set It Off, is such a good movie, and it does portray like the friendship. It's just on a deeper. It's like
isn't that raw?
Yeah, like everybody. Version. Yeah, like everybody just had a very rough time. Like everybody, like, but they all had each other back, and it's just man. Ooh.
And this was 20 years prior to Girls Trip, right? But still, you got Queen and Jada who are in Set It Off, as well as Vivica Fox and Kimberly Elise. So, and it just goes to show that 20 years later, you still taking all these girls trips. You look beautiful.
Right.
Okay.
She look good. Yeah. That movie was
four desperate friends. They're just basically driven to bank robbery in LA.
Yep.
And their success kind of leads them down the wrong path. Yeah. You can't really be successful when that's how you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
They think it's going to bring them freedom.
Yep.
And it could have.
Right. Yeah.
Ooh.
And it's crazy too. That's why the Jada Pinkett character, not Frankie. What was Jada? Stoney.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't her name Stoney?
Yeah, the other one was Frankie.
Yeah, and she was the only one that got away with it. But at the ending, I like how they did the ending with Jada, and she was kind of like on the bed with all that money, and she was just, you can tell she was just thinking, and in a sense, she would honor like her friends in the way that she dealt with that money. I feel like maybe not.
I just thought she was looking at it like this was the cost to losing everything that I just lost.
Yes,
I just lost all of my best friends. Right. It's just me. Like, what do I even really need this for?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I like that. I like that better.
I got this money, but at what cost?
Right,
my friends. I would not.
Everybody, and then and
the Queen Latifah scene. That's
Queen, that is like iconic. One of the, of course, and it's so good, but it's so hard to watch at the same time. That part, she was just like, just the way she looked, and then the song they was playing at the same time.
Oh
like,
my God. Yep.
That sound good, girl. Now also about the end, like when Cleo was getting shot.
Oh,
that song. Yeah, yes. I'm gonna put it in there. But yeah, that song, it's just like, it really, I mean, you could tell it was definitely like a drama, but that was just hard to watch. Like, it's hard to see, like, dang, she getting shot up like that. She was trying to like hold on. Like, you could tell like the
rage that she was feeling, like,
and she was like, "Yep,
adrenaline,
right." And I'm gonna go out this way. This is what it is. But when as I'm going out, y'all gonna try to get some too. But
yeah.
All their different lives. What was the girl, the one that played Kimberly Elise? What was her story? She was pregnant when
she had her son taken from her.
Oh yeah,
she had a little son that she couldn't afford a babysitter all the time. She had to take him to the job. He got into some of the cleaning supply stuff, and it was poison. So CBS took her baby.
That was her story. And then Stoney's story, she was trying to get her brother. She was taking care of her brother, and she was trying to get him into college and get the money for it. Dang. Yes. Everybody has something.
And then
Vivica's
she was working on that so hard.
Yep, she was.
She took that advance from that disgusting guy.
I know.
And then
advance and then some.
All of that just for her brother to die.
Right. So it's just like, really?
So that's when, because they was talking about Frankie, because Frankie was just not, she had lost her job. She
lost her job, right.
She'd been working that job for, she says it in the beginning, is it 4 years? Whatever.
Yeah, she was there for a minute.
Yeah.
And, back then.
She was happy to have her bank teller job.
Yeah, bank job, right. She was, making her money, probably the most she's made ever. Yeah.
And she's liking what she's doing. Mm-hmm. And then this happens. And
and just because she knew somebody from the hood, ain't that crazy though? Like, don't, like, if you a neighborhood friend or childhood friend or whatever, not even neighborhood, or not friend, but
someone just somebody lives near you,
right? And where I work. Why would you come to where I work? Like, what was up? That's messed up that he did that just because he knew she worked at a bank. Like, really? But anyway, that was pretty much her story. Like, where she, she was just trying to come up. Dang, she just trying to come up. Wait, but was she really in on it? Did she really orchestrate or help with? No, she didn't. Right?
No, not
they
the first
thought
one.
She did. They thought
they were just like, oh, she knows them. They're from the same. Like,
right, just because they came from the same hood.
To do with
right. Set it off. That's one of those like deeper, like we don't really know that life. We don't know none of them lives. Not in that instance like that where they was living like how they were living and as desperate as they were. We don't know that life, so. But yeah, that was one of the more deeper friendships. They was on some other stuff. Yeah, sure. We gonna rob this. Look, I'm telling you now, I ain't robbing no bank with none of y'all. Okay, don't come to me because I might just turn your butt right on in.
Thanks. I would never ask such a thing.
Don't come to me talking about, so let's rob this bank. I ain't coming.
Okay. We're going to have to talk about our duo friendships. So we talked about the lovies. We talked about the group friendships.
Right.
Now we're going to talk about, like, it's us. It's two of us. Those best friendships. Like, you and the one. So let me jump into Fried Green Tomatoes.
Okay.
Which will be the first one that I mention here. Starring Kathy Bates, Jessica Tandy, Mary Stuart Masterson, and Mary Louise Parker. Oh, and Cicely Tyson.
Oh, yeah, Cicely Tyson. Of course. It's like,
based on the novel, a housewife who's unhappy with her life befriends an old lady at a nursing home. An unlikely friendship. She's motivated through that friendship to improve her own life when she's being told these stories from the old lady about growing up. So it's interesting to see the back and forth from, oh, this is what's going on present day.
Right.
You know, and she's thinking about this story that this older woman has told her. And she's like, you know what? Yeah, if she stood up to her man, I could do the same too, you know? So she's starting to improve her life through these tales.
Right.
And it's just good storytelling.
I've seen this too. Yeah, and this one came out in 91. Yeah, just another 90s one. And I've seen
Early
it too.
90s.
It's been a minute. You're right.
It takes you through the years, and the way it jumps from the present to the past is cool.
Yeah.
The way they can make these analogies to their lives that start to build up this woman who kind of thinks her life is over.
Yeah. Right.
And it's just one of those good Friday evening cuddle popcorn type movies.
Yeah. Ooh, them Krispy Kremes look good. I'm watching the preview to it.
Oh, she brings a lot of...
I'm like, oh, she got
She does bring her some donuts.
But yes, I do remember
laughter,
this movie.
You get tears.
Yeah.
Some fun facts about this one.
Ooh, fun fact.
And this one, actually, this is not one of the fun facts. But this also shows child death. You know that?
Yep, sure does.
He's the one who got the train hit him.
Okay.
His foot was stuck.
Yes. That's what I remember from this movie.
Yeah.
And this was another one. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, please get your freaking foot out of that train track, bro.
Such a random.
Yes.
But yeah.
That's not a fun fact. But now we at
fun facts. Mary Stuart Masterson did all of the bee stunts herself.
Oh wow! With all those bees on?
The stunt double quit last minute. Okay, some more fun facts for this one. So the Whistle Stop Cafe.
Okay.
Where many scenes of this movie are in, it's an actual place that does serve fried green tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's just north of Macon, Georgia. And it grew in popularity with the success of this film.
Oh, wow.
And they turned it into a tourist attraction.
Yep. Because where I used to work at Longhorn, they started selling. That was the first time I ever had a fried green tomato.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
They're good. When made right.
Yeah. When I used to work there, I was smashed them bad boys.
In the book for this movie, it alluded a lot more heavily on the friends being lesbians, but the director decided to exclude the romance of Iggy and Ruth's friendship.
As friends, yeah.
So
I kind of like that though, because I feel like it would have been weird to see if you talk about who's Iggy and Ruth. Are they the main characters, the older lady and
No. Okay, I could see where that would be gross to
envision. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay,
they're the girls in the stories that she's telling her about.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Well, see, that's why I always love hearing the parts of the creative process. I guess it all flowed out how it was supposed to, you know what I'm saying? I like, or they decided to make that change.
I think it could have been good either way.
Because then it wouldn't be a best friend film, it would be a love film.
But best friends love each other.
Yeah, but platonically, not, romantically. I don't want to jump your bones right now.
I know. But I still don't. I still think it could be a good film.
I ain't saying it couldn't.
I could see how it would then be a romance.
Right.
But it's not romantical in the sense where it's romantic. Like where they're growing You know, like I look at their life as them growing together.
Yeah,
so I see what you're saying. It's good the way it is.
Right. And then the other character, the one that plays
Kathy Bates.
Yeah, Kathy Bates. Isn't she kind of like, wasn't she the one too, kind of like, you know, struggling with her weight and stuff, and like
yes, she was struggling with her weight.
And she was looking at all the skinny little heifers.
Husband more attracted to her.
Yeah.
She was doing all this stuff to get his attention, and he was just not paying attention, all into the TV, didn't care, stuck in his ways.
Right. Yeah, man. This was a good movie. I definitely got to watch it again because I need a refresher.
Southern feel.
Yeah.
And then there's Bridge to Terabithia.
Okay.
Starring Josh Hutcherson and Anna Sophia Robb.
Oh.
So this one is also based off a book, Crazy Circumstances. So basically you have Jess, whose life changes completely when he befriends the new girl in class, Leslie. And they create this little fantasy world together because they're both kind of those kids who struggled to make friends, but they found each other.
Right.
It made you happy.
Yeah, that they found
good. Yeah, you know, they both have someone to play with now. It's just also a good Friday night family film. Kids can be involved type of film.
Yeah.
There's this fantasy aspect, and it's in there, not the majority of the movie.
Okay.
Just a little bit, but it kind of shows you when it takes them into their little fantasy world. Like, when they're playing together. So that part's a nice little, we did imagine stuff was really like this when we was kids.
Right, yep. And, play that
They
one.
use it to, escape another world.
Oh, look, they're going over the creek. That's what we did. We didn't quite make it, though. We was in the creek, but it's all right. So this came out in 2007. Okay. Yeah. I think I got to watch it. I haven't seen this.
It's a good story. So this movie is based on the novel. And the author of the book wrote it after one of her children's friends suddenly died.
Dang.
After being struck by lightning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so to help her son recover from that incident, she wrote the book. He's the one who grew up to become the producer of this film.
Wow. Yeah. That's a good fun fact. Is that a fact? Well,
I didn't put under fun facts, but yes.
Yeah, because
interesting facts.
Yeah, wow.
But interesting's a non-word.
It kind of came right. It kind of came kind of full circle. Yeah. Dang.
And because the movie does feature death of a child, they tried really heavily to suggest to him that the character just have a mild accident or be in a coma briefly.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but he was like, "Nah, we're gonna stick with the lightning."
Which seems like, hello. My mom wrote this book because this happened to me. You know what I mean? Like, I lost a friend and she did this to help me cope.
Right.
Why would I change it? Like, this is what happened.
Right. So. Right. Exactly. And this is what I used to help him get through that. Like, why wouldn't I want to share this part of the story? Like,
which still,
like, just tell it like it is, like it is,
Which is why I think it's good to be in this best friend category because it is about their best friendship and how they played. But then it just unfortunately ended.
Yeah. So which one get got? The girl or the boy?
The girl.
Dang.
And it's because she actually does the same thing we did.
What?
She swings over and it breaks. And she falls
in the creek.
And she knew how to swim, but they think she hit her head.
Dang.
So she drowned.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you saying which one in the movie she drowned?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because the real life, right.
But
the real life story, he got hit by lightning.
Yeah.
Okay, dang. Yeah, I've never seen this movie, Bridge to Terabithia.
And it's funny that they really didn't want him to depict child death because it makes me wonder, like, what does that do to the ratings of a movie?
Right.
Because nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
But
that's
it's also something that happens, and so there are people who that would represent, and be healing to.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, what does that do to your numbers?
Right. Because I don't understand that, like, wanting to kind of keep that. I mean, I guess in certain instances, yeah, but, it's okay to add, especially if the real life, if it's inspired by a real life story. It's kind of like, why would you keep the part out that was the main
reason why this came to be.
Yeah.
And let's move on.
All right.
As much as we enjoy that. So next up, we have Romy and Michelle's high school reunion.
Oh.
We got Lisa Kudrow.
Oh, yes. Yes, I've seen this movie. Yes. I love Lisa Kudrow.
Yes,
I love
Mira
Lisa
Sorvino.
Kudrow.
And like, they did so well. Thank you. I was like, I know she knows this. Why?
Oh my gosh!
But just that inseparable best friends.
Yes, I remember.
Those are so fun to watch.
They are, girl. And they just two peas in a pod, honey. Just
oh, this is my person,
right? Oh, I remember
they had that apartment together.
Yep. They always wore like
their
bright
beds
colors
were next to each other.
Yep. They always wore bright, like, but colors that went well together. Like they wore like literally a color scheme. Like if one had on blue, the other one had on yellow, and they looked good together. Yes. Like the colors.
They had their little dance that they did. It didn't make any sense with the way everybody else was dancing. It's the dumbest thing.
Oh my gosh. Like they were just always just two peas in a pod together.
Their dynamic was
I gotta watch that again. Yeah.
And it just represents what, like, I feel like as a younger girl, that's what I imagine it would be like growing up with your best friend.
Right.
Like we are going to live together. We are going to stay in the same place, and we're gonna have fun. It's gonna be a sleepover every night.
Because they was going back to their high school reunion, right? And they made up a whole like lie to kind of to say to the people that they seen at the high school reunion. They was made up a whole
they said they invented Post-its.
Oh yeah. and it's so crazy because back then it wasn't really no Google. It wasn't Google. Like computers was out, but Google, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like you could like easily look that up. So it's easier to lie about something like that. Now
no one knows who invented those. Well, apparently they do.
Now you can look that up and figure that out. But that was hilarious.
I really like Romy's voice.
Every time I gotta remember, I don't remember their voice.
It was like a little deeper, and I don't.
Which one is Romy? Was that Lisa Kudrow?
No.
Okay, the other one. Okay, yeah. And it's so funny because that part when they was making up a whole lie or whatever to tell their reunion people makes me think of a situation where me and my husband was hilarious. We was in the mall and I was trying on different dresses, fashion them for him or whatever. Do like a little fashion show. Yeah. And we was at one of the stores and this lady being nosy, she gonna come over there and tell them, yeah, what are you guys getting your beautiful outfits for in these dresses? Because I would try on like the real big like nice dresses.
Yeah.
And I was inside the dressing room and I heard Dion tell a whole fib like but I guess he wanted to give a reason, but the reason he gave was so whack. I ate him up so bad because he was like, oh yeah, we trying on, she's just trying out a dress to wear to her family reunion. And I was just in the dressing room rolling like, why out of all things would you say a family reunion for me to wear this ball gown to? Like, it was just hilarious. Like, bro, oh man. Anyway,
even just the high school reunion piece to it, where it's like,
did you go to yours?
No, I didn't.
Me either.
And it was different, I think, now than it was back then, where they didn't have the social media to keep up with each other either.
Yeah, right.
Even when they got into their argument on their way there, and then like decided to split up as friends.
That's
so stupid.
Yeah.
It was like the dumbest reason.
Yeah.
But it was like they couldn't decide who was like the leader. Like, I'm this one and it was so.
Because they both wanted to be
the one who invented it. Like, what made it stick.
Right. Y'all legit.
It's just all like, I'm the one who's the smart one. No, you're the one who's. So some fun facts about this movie. Alan Cummings owns a bar in New York City.
Okay.
Called Club Cumming.
Okay.
Where every Saturday the bar hosts a Romeo and Michelle themed day involving 90s music, DJ requests that are written on Post-its, and a scarf folding station.
What? I love that. That's hilarious. What's another fun fact?
Okay, I can't call this one fun.
Oh, this ain't no fun fact. Okay.
But I had to say something about it when I saw it. Like, so Mira Sorvino.
Okay.
She was an Oscar winner and a rising star at this time, right?
Yeah.
But then her career was ruined by Harvey Weinstein because he blacklisted her from Hollywood, which he's done.
Because I'm sure
to multiple women who have refused his advances. Which makes me so upset. Like knowing, like you're messing with someone's career because and you can get something from them.
That's trifling. Trifling.
Well, he is where he's supposed to be. She was even going to be in Lord of the Rings, but he refused.
Wow.
He forbade it from happening.
Right, because he had pool, so Wow. So that's definitely not a fun fact. However, it's a fact. So wow. Okay, that's messed up.
To take it on another note, though.
Okay.
Alan Cumming again said in January of 2023, so this is recently,
okay,
that he wanted to do a sequel, but says it'll never happen because Hollywood's misogyny and ageism towards women is different than men. Like, if it was men, they would have done 6 by now, but they don't want to show older women. But he wants to do it with Lisa Kudrow and Mira Sorvino. He wants to bring them back.
Oh, wow, that would be dope. Yes. To see how they kind of came about, to kind of keep the storyline going. Yeah.
And they both have, first Sorvino, she revealed to the Today Show that they're getting closer to a potential sequel.
What? Okay.
In the same week, Kudrow, she said something about Romeo and Michelle. They might reunite someday soon. We'll see.
Oh, wow. That would be so cool to see them back. Because I already love Lisa. I love Lisa
those
Kudrow.
Characters.
Yeah. That's what's up. That would be cool to see them back. I got to watch that one again, this one. Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion.
So next we have Booksmart.
Okay, yeah. I just watched that one recently.
That was a sweet movie. I like the chemistry. Okay, so this one is starring Beanie Feldstein and
Caitlin Dever.
Dever, yeah. So it's these two high school brainiac besties.
Yep.
They go to their very first party the night before graduation. And it's funny because it's like they could have been going to parties. It's not like they're that uncool.
Exactly.
But they only cared about the academic piece of school.
Right.
And
I love that, though. They were just book girls.
They were book smart. So it wasn't like, oh, the nerds aren't invited. They were like, we don't want to go.
Right. Then they were just trying to live out their last, like, hey, you know what? Maybe we should turn up.
Because everybody else was still smart. Right. But they also cared about having fun.
Yeah.
So they realized they kind of missed out.
Yep.
But their chemistry in this movie as friends.
I love it.
Fun fact that I did not put in here.
What?
That they actually became roommates after this movie. Because they got along so well.
Yeah, that's
and I love to hear that. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh.
I like when she came to pick her up from school and she was like dancing.
Yeah.
Like and her friend was looking at her.
She started dancing too. And she was like, okay, so are we moving or you want to go to school?
And the whole time Bridget just did that. She was moving like a rope, literally dancing. It was like, okay, so are we just gonna keep doing this or what's I love it. Yes. Yeah, that was one of my favorite parts. And then the way
they would just the comfortable conversations you have with your girls behind closed doors that they would have. We talk about that, but not in front of other people.
Right, exactly.
Or we talk about that, but only to each other.
Yep.
And the way they reacted to seeing each other when they would have a new outfit on. And it was like, wait a minute. Oh my God. What is happening? Stop. And they just you are the most gorgeous. Yes. I can't even see you. I'm blinded by your beauty. They just kept going, and it was
best friends.
That's one of the watch.
Yeah, book smart.
And then also when they get into their argument, that was a build up. Once that came out, they couldn't stop.
Right. Yeah.
It was one of those it just all comes out. They laid it all.
Yeah.
So that scene was pretty raw to see that unfolding.
But you do have those moments because there's a lot of things that accumulate in, friendships. You love each other. Right. Yeah. In any relationship. You're right. And so sometimes all that, especially if it's not really talked about in the moment, it comes out. You know? So
that buildup had let loose. So it was a good way of showing that in this
And you still be friends afterward. You still love each other. You might even become closer
still
after
for each other.
Exactly.
Yep. It's okay, we grew from this.
Right.
So then we got Like a Boss.
Like a Boss.
And this one is starring Tiffany Haddish and Rose Byrne.
Yeah.
And they're two friends.
This came out in 2020.
Two friends with very different ideas.
Yeah.
They start a beauty company together.
Yep.
And just one is the more practical one, while the other just wants to earn her fortune and just live a lavish life.
Yeah.
And it's, to me, like, this is us right now. We got two best friends that are making a business together.
Right.
One that's really good on one end and another that's really good on the other end.
And you both bring
balance
something to
each other out.
Yep. I like this one too. This one really, I love this one because I am huge on entrepreneurship and business. And so I really like seeing this portrayed out between two friends coming up in a partnership, you know what I'm saying? Like in business, like this is so dope. And Selma Hayek, the way she played it was just everybody did such a good job.
In their roles.
Yeah, right. Yep.
And it was so cool to see that chemistry between Tiffany Haddish and Rose Byrne.
Yeah,
like, that's a different. I wouldn't have paired them.
Me too.
But that worked really well.
It did.
It just felt like, okay, this is right. This is a real friendship. It ain't
right. It don't.
For
it don't
cameras.
Look right. Exactly. Yeah, I like a Boss. I just watched that recently.
Again, with the inseparableness of them living together.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
It's always fun to see, like, dang, they work together, they live together, they got this whole plan of like what their life is gonna be.
Right. Yep. But I like seeing how they navigate it, and because I feel like even in us, you know, with us having this podcast, we both bring a lot to the table, and we're learning how each other flow and how we, you know what I'm saying, how we each work, and we're both ambitious, and we're just ambitious like
in
differently.
Ways.
Yeah, the way, the strategies, the plans, the things that we use to get things done is different, but we get it done, and I think that's where our common ground is. It's like,
and I think it's also really good that they totally balance each other. Because where one of your strengths are is like all of my weaknesses, right?
Right, and vice versa. Yeah.
Because I'm over here like, I love to do this. Get out of my way. And you're over
and
here
I'm like, yeah, I got this. I'll put this on it. Like,
take it. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, and I love it.
We're gonna wrap this up with none other,
the theme of our
friendship,
right? The beginning of it all. The beginning of all movies that started. Yeah, the beginning of all.
We were obsessed with this when we met each other.
Because this is the beginning. Yeah. This was the movie that probably began our movie buffness together. Yeah. This is the start of it.
Baps.
We were so young and loved this movie.
We really do. Oh my god.
We still love it, right?
Two colorful best friends.
Yep.
They go to LA to follow their dream, the dance dream.
Yes.
It didn't pan out well. They end up in a scam, but ultimately it may be what, you know,
right. It was kind of like it was part of it. It was part of their story. That is so true. And just the wackiness, it was over the top ghetto fabulous.
Seeing Halle Berry be silly.
Yes. They were ambitious girls, you know. Where they live? In LA, duh. They lived in LA and they both had dreams, and I love that they were following together. Remember?
And their men had dreams.
Their dudes they sure did, girl. It was like literally like couples.
They both had the, page a cab, luxury cab
yep.
service. They basically was inventing Uber before it was a thing.
Right. So what was each other? So Niecy's story, what was her like dream? What was she trying to come up? Remember?
Niecy was the one who could do hair.
Oh yeah,
she was doing hair.
Yeah. Ooh, and
Mickey could cook. So they wanted to have that salon and restaurant
like
combo.
Sure did. And they would kill it too. Like they actually, I just love the ending, and like I like that their men were like good to them. They just was some idiots a little bit.
They also quite haven't like had their dreams come to realization
right yet. Yeah, but they did support though. They supported them and loved them. Yeah. That's so it was just, the whole movie was just dope. It was just so cool to see Holly like that.
Her dancing.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I used to redo like every time, especially that club scene. She would be when they was my God, so many scenes when they were auditioning.
Yep,
it's like Holly was getting it when she was auditioning for to be in the video. And when she
for the most beautiful girl in the world.
Yes, and then too, remember
when they're at the airport, they saw LL Cool J.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Keep looking at them lips. Keep looking at them lips.
And he's still with his baby mama. They was just.
Oh my gosh. We gotta watch this again.
They would do their CEO.
Yes, Baps, man. Baps was our movie. We had to
end. It was a staple in our friendship.
It was. I don't know why we love this movie. We love this movie. I mean, I actually do know why we love this movie. Because in some weird, exaggerated way, this was us. Because we're the same people. We're ambitious and
silly.
Super talented. Right. Super goofy. So, yeah, it was fun.
And I had to... This is on Roger Ebert's most hated list.
What? Boy, go sit down. And I don't know who you are, Robert. I don't know who this man is.
It's from Siskel and Ebert, the guy who would give the guys who would give stuff 2 thumbs up or whatever.
Okay, well, whatever.
They're very, 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 very old white men. Let's just put it like that.
Oh, okay.
Because they were old when I was
young.
So
they definitely didn't get it. Of course you wouldn't get it.
For them, like, you know, films, they don't all have to be pretentious. You know what I mean? They don't all have to have a super ridiculous meaning. Now they can, great.
Right.
But other times, still, people just having fun.
Right. And there's meaning too in not the so profound too. Mm-hmm. There's meaning in a lot of stuff. Yeah. So, and it can be, you know, portrayed different ways. Like,
exactly.
Who are you to say this ain't meaningful because you know what I'm saying? This, you don't know this. You don't understand this. Like, what? Whatever. Anyway, that's why I don't give a crap. What's his name? Robert, whatever. I don't care what he said.
That's another reason why we do this. Because what if people listen to this?
Right.
What if you listen to the critics instead of figuring it out for yourself?
Exactly. Keep pushing forward. Not everybody gonna be behind you or support you. You keep pushing. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And however that's done is how it's done. It doesn't have to look. Success doesn't look just one way.
It doesn't.
Right. And that process to it doesn't either.
All right.
That was our best friends films
that was
episode.
Our best friend.
That's the whole episode now.
Yeah, we done.
Yeah, this is a fun topic, like just friendships and stuff. Yeah,
that's it. If you haven't seen the movies we discussed earlier,
why
not give them a try?
Right,
some good family films on there.
Yeah, a whole bunch of good fun best friend. You got a little bit of drama, you got a little bit of laughter. You know what I'm saying? You got a little bit of
thriller, everything.
No, not thriller. And then too, y'all, make sure you guys subscribe to our email list. Go to our website, sothat'swhathappens.com, so y'all can subscribe and see what's going on. We also put on our website, y'all, movies that we don't talk about on the podcast. And we put our honorable mentions or recommendations or
just reviews.
Okay, so go over on the website, check it out, see what's up. We got links on there. You can click, look at the trailer, all the things. Okay. And we had, I don't know how many episodes at this point by the time we recorded this one, but what y'all think about the podcast? Let us know. Give us your feedback. Like, let's engage.
Thank you for listening to our show.
So that's what happens. Join us next week.
And until then,
it's a wrap.